Authorities have released the names of 3 men that survived this plane crash in a Knoxville neighborhood yesterday. That twin-engine plane left nearby Island Home Airport and crashed about a mile away on Groner Drive. 3 men were on board: Gerald Marotta, Michael Spinzola, and Robert Gintz. All 3 survived and did walk away, though they were treated at UT Hospital for various injuries. The investigation into that cause is underway. We check in with 10 News reporter Michael Crow live from the scene with the very latest. Michael?
John, a salvage team just finished clearing the wreckage of that plane away about an hour ago, and you can see this is the car that it came down on top of, which is just very damaged right now. And FAA investigators were here today looking through what was left here, and we'll be speaking to those on board that plane soon. Crews spent Wednesday dismantling the damaged plane for transport, while FAA investigators sifted through the wreckage. But as the noise of their work fills the air, Wayne Foss is thinking about what he heard just before the crash.
Yeah, they were up over the trees right here. Just barely holding altitude. The engine didn't sound right.
Foss is chief instructor at Knoxville Flight Academy at Island Home Airport, where the downed plane took off. He's been a pilot since the 70s.
In 47 years, I've not had an engine failure.
But based on what he saw, he thinks that could have played a role. He believes at least one of the 2 engines was out, and he says in a situation like that, a pilot would be working to control the plane and his emotions.
Get over anxious, you tend to make a mistake, and that's part of the training, is to practice those maneuvers over and over so you can deal with them without losing control.
He says first, a pilot would run a checklist to try and fix the issue, and if not, prepare for an emergency landing. He knows one of the men inside and says he's an instructor with a fair amount of experience. But he doesn't want to speculate on the details until investigators know for sure.
The fact he didn't hit any houses or people and they are alive and walked away with it, the first thing you'd say is they must have done something right.
He says even with the damage, the fact that no one was killed shows something good at play here, either luck or skill.
Thank God that they're still here and they didn't destroy anything other than a couple cars and an airplane.
Now, the NTSB will determine the cause, but did not send agents here in person. That is being handled by 2 FAA investigators based out of Nashville. I spoke to them today. They cannot estimate when we will see that initial report directly, but we can expect that probably in about 7 to 10 days. John?